All the buzz about the success of the Knicks' Jeremy Lin has left some wondering if he's getting a disproportionate amount of attention because of his race. He's Asian. The people wondering this don't have a lot of imagination. I was wondering why Lin didn't make it into the lineup until after the Super Bowl. Dave Mustaine of Megadeath has endorsed Rick Santorum for president. Anthrax is backing Mitt Romney. Slayer is money-bombing Ron Paul. Metallica reportedly is for Newt Gingrich. Guns N' Roses couldn't be torn away from their efforts to bring democracy to China long enough to comment. Scientists in Madagascar have discovered a chameleon that is the world's smallest reptile. While some wonder if the reptile is getting all its attention because of his size, I wonder why scientists couldn't have kept this chameleon under wraps until a little closer to June 8th when Madagascar 3 opens. Although describing the reptile as 3 centimeters when he's plainly smaller than 3 centimeters in the pictures, that was a nice touch. I'm John Rapp, you're watching the Every Night Show. In just a few seconds, I'm going to give you a reason to get in your best physical and mental shape. If you like that little fire bit, there's a link to the guy who made it in the description. Now, the reason to get into great physical and mental shape, let me preface this bit by saying I'm a Christian. I always have been a Christian. I always will be. That will never change. So, this next idea, it falls under the category of science fiction. Although, who knows? Even religious folks will tell you that God works in mysterious ways. Earlier this week, my son had a homework assignment. My middle son is 6 years old and he's in the first grade. His teacher assigned the topic, "What will you do when you are 100 years old?" My son's first sentence of the essay was this: "When I am 100 years old, I will walk with a cane." When I read that, I said, what's with the negativity? It should say, "When I am 100 years old, I will walk on the moon with my father." That's really how I feel. Staying on Earth is not a realistic plan for the human race. We can't put all of our eggs in just one basket. At some point, we need to move on. Are we going to be walking on the moon when he's 100? Because, then I'll be like 130. I think it may be possible. See, what if some people are capable? Really, this could be anyone that's capable of living to 100 years old. What if we, under the right medical and nutritional care, what if this is already the system? What if everyone is born on Earth or other, let's call them incubation planets, but the goal is to make it beyond Earth, into the stars, and into the medical care that allows for indefinite life? Would we all get there? It's not just your physical body that would need to be capable of continual life. You would need to mentally be able to deal with it. Living indefinitely, I haven't tried it, but I think it would take a great deal of emotional and psychological control. If other people can get you to react negatively to things, like, for example, trolls on the web, if you can't follow your goals you set out for yourself, you can't keep yourself on track, you can't control your thoughts and your actions, if you're a danger to others, I'm just guessing here, but I think that if everlasting life is a possibility for humans, I don't think everyone is getting a ticket. I mean, I guess I'd love if that's the case, but let's say before you get your ticket, you have to demonstrate some abilities. Let's say one of your body parts can't live indefinitely. One of your organs fails every 50 years. That's not too hard to deal with. It might cost you more. It might interrupt your cryo sleep and be a hassle, but it's doable. If you don't have the emotional and psychological control over yourself, that's a bigger problem. How can we accept you into the elder race if you don't know if you can handle it? Maybe it would be better if you didn't even know it existed. Well, the thing is, if this turns out to be closer to reality than fiction, you'll never know. No one is going to confirm it for you. That's an assumption on my part. Maybe someone is flashing you signs. I'm not going to guess at that. Well, that's it. That's my idea. It's not a fact. It's not a guess. I believe in God in the traditional sense, not as merely a metaphor, but even in the traditional sense, there have been mentions that not everything has been revealed yet. So we haven't seen it all yet. We don't know what it means.